You have a pension. Do you take the check monthly, or do you take the lump sum and move it into a retirement account? If you are fortunate enough to still have a pension, one day they are going to hand you a piece of paper, and on that paper, there are going to be two choices. There actually may be more, but for the sake of this, let's just say there are two, okay? A monthly check for the rest of your life, or one big lump sum all at once. And with that lump sum, I'm just going to assume for the sake of this video that we are transferring that into an IRA, so it's not taxable, okay? But when people are handed that page, they freeze every time because it feels like a one-shot decision you can never undo, and typically they're right. It is. So let me walk you through it, both sides, because neither one is, again, the right answer. The right answer is the one that fits your life and your family's. Let's start with the monthly check. The biggest thing it gives you is peace of mind, a consistent paycheck that shows up every single month like clockwork for as long as you live, no matter what the market does. You can't outlive it. You don't have to manage it. You don't have to watch the news and worry. And for a lot of people, that peace is worth everything. Okay? Here's the other side of that coin. That check usually doesn't grow with inflation in most pensions. So 20 years from now, it buys a whole lot less than what it does today. Okay? You can't touch the money for an emergency. It's another downside, or a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. That money is locked up. And here's the one thing that catches people completely off guard. When you're gone, that income can shrink or stop. At most, it continues for your spouse, and after that, it typically ends. Your kids usually don't see a dime of it. And some plans will actually allow for a child to be put on the pension, but the reduction that you take every single month while you're alive is so huge. In that case, typically what would make more sense is to take the full amount and just buy life insurance for yourself, and the kids would get that. It's usually a lot less expensive, okay? And we need to think about that. You could, by the way, so we need to think about this. You could take that check for 10 years. I'm talking about the pension again. Pass away, and then the rest of it just stays with the pension. Not your family, not anybody else. It stays with the pension. Let's talk about the lump sum. And the magic word that I say here is control. And I love control and I love options. So I'm usually biased toward this unless the pension monthly number is so high that you can't possibly compete, which it does happen. It's rare. But here, I want control. It's your money. It's in your name. Once you get it out of there, and it's in your account. IRA stands for individual retirement account. You want it in your individual account, not at the old company in most cases. And you can invest it for growth. You can pull from it when you actually need it, and you are in the driver's seat. And here's the big one that changes a lot for a lot of families. Whatever you don't spend doesn't disappear when you do. You roll that lump sum into an IRA, and it becomes a real asset, again, with your name on it. Your spouse gets it. Then your kids inherit it. And if you plan it right, even their kids after that, or whoever you want it to go to, you get to make the decision. The pension dies when you do, and the IRA gets passed down. For a lot of families, that one single difference changes the entire decision. But in this matters, control does work both ways. Now, here's the downside. You are responsible for making that money last. The market can drop the very year you retire. If it goes way down, we have to deal with that. You have to manage it well, or obviously pay a professional who will. And if that rollover isn't handled exactly right, the taxes can really hurt, okay? So how do you actually decide between the two? Again, it comes down to a few honest questions that can only be answered by you. And I would ask these if I were in your shoes. Do you already have enough guaranteed income to cover your basics? Or do you need this check to be your floor? What does your health look like? What's your family history? And how much does it matter to you, I mean really matter, to leave something behind for the people you love? And here's what I don't want. I don't want you choosing based on that gut feeling or based on what your buddy in the break room did last year. That does not matter. His or her situation is not your situation. Their family is not your family. This is likely the biggest financial decision of your entire life. And it decides what your family keeps after you're gone, and it deserves a whole lot more than a guess. So before you sign something, let's run your actual numbers both sides, both options, side by side against your real life and in conjunction with it, I should say. Again, reaching out is easy. Just shoot us a text, shoot us an email, get 15 minutes on the calendar using the link below. No pressure. Let's make sure you get this one right for you and for them. And I'm talking about your family. We'll end it there. Make it a great day.
Content here is for illustrative purposes and general information only. It is not legal, tax, or individualized financial advice, nor is it a recommendation to buy, sell, or hold any specific security or engage in any specific trading strategy. All investing involves risk, including loss of principal. Results will vary. Past performance is no indication of future results or success. Market conditions change continuously. Information here is provided in part by third-party sources. These sources are generally deemed to be reliable. However, neither 6 Point Financial Partners, Private Client Services, nor RFG Advisory guarantee the accuracy of third-party sources. The views expressed here are those of 6 Point Financial Partners. They do not necessarily represent those of Private Client Services, RFG Advisory, their employees, or their clients. This commentary should not be regarded as a description of advisory services provided by 6 Point Financial Partners or RFG Advisory, or performance returns of any client. The views reflected in the commentary are subject to change at any time without notice. Securities offered by registered representatives through Private Client Services. Member FINRA SIPC. Advisory services offered by investment advisory representatives of RFG Advisory LLC, RFG Advisory, or RFG, a registered investment advisor. Private Client Services, 6 Point Financial Partners, and RFG Advisory are unaffiliated entities. Advisory services are only offered to clients or prospective clients where RFG Advisory and its representatives are properly licensed or exempt from licensure. No advisory services may be rendered by RFG Advisory unless a client agreement is in place.